All right. So we're just gonna give you a quick rundown, quick review. Camera's clearly facing backwards. Hold on. Much better. All right. So this is the motor that'll probably never run again. It came out of that thing over there. All right. It blew a head gasket, and then it got it in the driveway, and then we were gonna put this awning thing to keep it out of the weather, and then we're informed it's 8 inches close to the house, and that's an attachment, and that raises the taxes. So the fucking thing never got finished, and then it started to rain, and then it filled up with rainwater, crankcase, heads, everything. And I had a tarp on it. It's over there, and the tarp did nothing. It was like putting silk pantyhose over your face and expecting it to save you from a super soaker blast from your sister who had the Super Soaker 9000 from Walmart that everybody wanted. You know, the big one, the long one that had like the gauge on it and the big bulbous purple thing, and it looked like a sniper rifle. Yeah, that thing. And it was like expecting it to keep you safe. Yeah, it didn't keep me safe at all. It didn't keep anything fucking dry. This thing was filled with fucking water, and it's rusty, and it's bad. And I can't afford to do anything other than what I've done, which is to put paint on it and call it good. I've tried to just maybe take some like light sandpaper and sand out the cylinders. There's still a couple spots where it's pitted. Hopefully it's not pitted so bad that it breaks the ring off, but I mean, hey, I did what I can do outside. I don't have a garage, and apparently I even tried to get an awning, but the city said, fuck you, you can't have an awning unless you pay us. So, you know, more things. Right. But I've done what I can do. Will it run? Probably fucking not. I'll probably put it in the truck, turn the key, and it'll go boom, and that'll be into that. And then, yeah, pretty much. It'll make that noise, and then it'll be done. That's probably that's what I expect. But in case it does run and it does work, we decided we'll put all the good bits that we can put on it, and get rid of some of the stuff that we've had sitting around the house. Now, I am going to go back to making the comedy videos. I just wanted to kind of let you know what was going on, and just fill you guys in, you know, so you guys weren't just wondering what happened. Did he die? Did he have a heart attack? Did he like smother himself or go out and under some big goth girl? No, none of that. None of the above. None of that happened. It was actually much more depressing. My phone stopped working. So the next video that you guys will probably see will be me going back to the comedy and the TikTok videos. I just want to let you know I'm not dead. So I'm not dead. There you go. You got your information. I tried to keep the channel kind of going with random stuff that I had in my old phone or found. So there's that. Update complete. I'll see you fuckers later. So just so everyone's aware, the thing goes up, yeah? So the last couple pages we decided to finish reading the instructions, and this is probably the reason why I think engineers are out to fucking hate everybody. So just go ahead and read this for a second. Let's see if we can focus. All right, position the zipper cover, blah, 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 blah. You ready? From the inside, disconnect the rail from the three-way ridge and place the gap at the top of the door. And it continues to say you got to disconnect some other stuff. So basically, once you have this entire structure together and everything bolted and tied and fastened as the instructions have told you to do, now you have to go back and disconnect everything. Hold on, let me see if I can clean the camera. Apparently the camera's dirty. I need you to disconnect all these bolts. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the same way at the back. Fucking geniuses, yeah? So as you're building stuff, you gotta follow the directions. And then sometimes while you're following the directions, you have to completely ignore the directions. Alright. Well, we learned we don't want to mess with tarps. We don't really like tarps. Anyway, we're back here. So open up these guys from Exotic. Looks like we got a package. Looks like what's going on here? Looks like we got an air freshener with their information on it. And a sticker? Yes, it is a sticker. We'll figure out what to do with the sticker in a minute. I just want to point out all the companies out there that you like buy parts from, especially when you have like more than $200 in parts and a dog that barks. It's always nice when they send you a sticker. It just makes you feel good about yourself. Everything is actually quite nicely packaged. It looks like we have the nuts, the head studs with little protectors on them to keep from the studs getting banged around. Looks like there are different thread pitches. Everything's really neatly packaged. And they are not as expensive as AARPs or the ARPs. I'm not saying ARPs are bad, but I looked at the ARP kit. Dude, it was like I want to say they were like $790 when I looked at them. These were not that much. And these weren't that much either. But we're going to see about these, see how well they install. And, and it comes with grease and some instructions. I will say the instructions are very vague on how you install them. I do wish they would do a little better on the instructions. Let me see if I can find them and I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so here we go with the instructions. Like I said, great company, but I really feel like they're fairly vague on their instructions. Blah, 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 blah. Instruction manual. And what you see, as you read, is it's a description of what you've bought, which is fine, but nowhere in here does it really say how to properly put these in to begin with. So, before installing components, verify they fit. Okay. What it comes with, what you need to do to make your old ones, fit, which we had already talked about. The machine shop wanted way too much money. We can turn away from the light. In every diesel car OEM, maximum point, final 90 degrees, observation through more about their company. And pretty much basically just tells you like what it does. It does not tell you how to properly install the stud into the block. To prove that of which, we're going to flip over. And we're going to talk about clean the threads prior to installation. Alright, so clean, that's fine. We still haven't figured out how to install yet. Like what are we doing? Use thread sealer. Okay, yep. Step 3. Install push rods. Okay. Follow OEM to install rocker pedestals. Okay. Ensure alignment. Okay. 6. Using fasteners, assemble lubricant. So at this point, we've already skipped ahead and the studs are in there. Step 8. No, wait. So install the nuts and the washers on the fasteners as tight as can be by hand. So we're starting by hand, but it still doesn't talk about the stud itself. So we're going to guess, because I can't find any information, and everything I found is like hit or miss. Some places I found that says you put them in by hand, and then you back it off a quarter turn. And then I found some that's like, oh, well, you bury it all the way to the bottom, and then you leave it. And then I found some where it says, oh, well, we'll just run it all the way down and then torque it 10 foot-pounds and then install it. And it's like, there's so vast of information, I don't know what to do. And because they don't tell you what to do with their particular product, it's like they're like, yeah, if it breaks, it breaks. But it's got a lifetime warranty, so hopefully it doesn't break. Because like I said, they don't really specify how to put the stud itself in. So let's go figure this out. Well, as much as it agitates me, I would love to put these in tonight. I mean, I've come so far, but I can't find any information on the 12 valves. So there's a couple different lengths of studs, and I don't want to put them in the wrong place. There's really no directions that tell you what stud goes where. And I've never done head studs before, so I don't want to like guess and get it wrong. Because if you look at the block, there's a lower rail right there you can see next to the exhaust. Those are the short ones, and then you've got some long ones, but then you've got the ones that hold the pedestal down. So I was doing some counting, and I was like, the short ones, well, there's 7 of them, but of the short ones, I've only got 6 of them. So I was like, well, I mean, some stuff gets moved around and jostled, and I went to looking on the old Google to find anything, and everyone that's used head studs and makes a video of it is using a 24 valve. So I'm going to have to figure out, maybe make a phone call and find out where the head studs are supposed to go in a 12 valve. I did find 3 videos where they were explaining how the head studs worked, but the problem was they already had the head studs installed, so I feel that's cheating. Like, you can't tell me how the head studs worked when you already have them installed. And you're like, yes, this went well, and then we torque this, and then you torque that. Well, that's fine, but no one showed me where these go. Because the top of the bolt looks like the top of the next one. So once you have them installed, obviously I can't tell where they go. So I'm going to have to call it here for a night. This will be the end of this video, and then we're going to try to do it again tomorrow. And maybe we'll find some answers, see if we can get some phone calls, and see if we can figure out where the studs go. Do I feel stupid? Absolutely. But, again, lack of information. So I guess if you're like a professional and put head studs in for a living, this probably makes sense. I've never done head studs, so this makes no sense. I guess until next time, I will see you tomorrow. And we'll try this one more time when the sun comes back up. Maybe. So I got out here, and I was kind of hoping this would be mildly self-explanatory, but it's not as self-explanatory as I'd hope. So we're going to have to do some digging. Yep, going to do some digging. Googling. We'll be back with some Google answers.